What's good? What's good? Second video of the day here. Second video of the day. What's good? Topic of the last one. Hopefully, y'all who like the women stuff enjoyed that one. This one, we're gonna talk about inflation. Inflation's what we're gonna talk about on this one. And this is one of my favorite topics to discuss over the past couple years, year and a half here, and with good reason. Technically, I would rather not be discussing this topic, but as you know, all of the developed nations, quote unquote developed, the majority of them, at least the ones that, well, a lot of them, I'll just say a lot of them did the same exact thing. They printed many billions of dollars in total to try to avert the COVID, what was going to be a recession for all of these countries. They printed billions of dollars to avert that. But what they ended up doing is kicking the can down the road. I know you guys are familiar with that term, kicking the can down the road. So now, because in the United States here, we printed about $6 billion, I believe it was. Or no. $6 trillion. I'm sorry, not billion. I think we printed $6 trillion. And you know, those numbers are even hard to fathom, but basically, we ended up kicking the can down the road because about a year and a half later, or, well, 2 years later, because if you think the recession isn't upon us yet, which I believe it is, but let's say you're just going by the, I guess what the government considers a recession, or just like the definition of recession. I don't think we're in one yet, but people fear it might be next year or later this year. That's what they say. So basically they kicked the can down the road about 2 years. They got about 2 to 2.5 years of basically floundering. I mean, they said the economy was strong, but I don't know what economy these people were part of. Well, maybe the economy of the stock market, because a lot of these, you know, the average age of the United States, I don't know, like, see, the United States is actually among one of the younger countries among these quote-unquote developed nations, so the average age here is pushing 40. So a lot of these people, they had their stocks ended up not doing too bad from 2020 to now. Ended up not doing too bad, but all they did was kick the can down the road, because now a lot of, like, the stock market's down like 21%. And I don't think that's the end of it too. 21% S&P is down. I think the Dow is down like 20%, and that's a bear market. Whenever the index is down 20%, that's considered a bear market. I mean, anytime any stock is down 20%, it's a bear market for that stock. But you have major indices down 20% or more, so that's what you call a bear market. And if that doesn't scream like a recession's around the corner, I don't know where you've been. Like, to be honest, in my opinion, we're gonna hit a depression here. Forget recession. But again, maybe we're ahead, because we were calling inflation from 2020, right? When I literally have videos where I say, we printed another XX amount of money, but I can't take all the credit for that. I mean, I've been listening to Peter Schiff, I've been listening to Larry Summers, and I've been reading Ray Dalio, so I can't take the credit for calling that at all. Like, it just, there's a lot of people involved. Like, I've been reading and learning from a lot of people, so I'm not gonna take the credit for calling it, but it is what it is, man. you have many, hopefully you didn't see any faces there in that car that just passed by, but many countries did the same exact thing where they printed trillions of dollars in order to I don't know, buoy their economy while they told everybody to stay at home during the COVID 2020. So man, like, you know, what else can we say? We're just gonna witness what happens now. A recession's around the corner according to like these analysts, so let's just see what happens. I encourage you guys to stay healthy. Figure out what you can do. Figure out something you can do. For me, I'm broadcasting and I'm trying to learn about my software. And I'm trying to, I'm trying to start this company, but that's gonna take probably longer than I thought. But do what you can. Do what you can. Maybe even work at a job. Like, I mean, work is a funny word these days, but maybe get a job and, you know, if that's stack up money that way, I don't know. Do what you can, because we're going to be, I mean, it's already been interesting times, but you could say we're about to enter even more interesting times now that all these terminologies are going to be in the general lexicon here. Like, people weren't saying inflation until like this year. People weren't saying inflation until, you know, maybe like March of this year. And people aren't going to be saying recession until probably next year. So, like, just be early on this stuff. People aren't going to listen to you if you talk to them, so probably just at least be early and prepare your own self. And do what you can, because people aren't going to listen to you, man. Like, if they didn't want to hear the word inflation, they definitely don't want to hear the word recession, and they definitely don't want to hear the word depression. And that's actually where I think we are now, an inflationary depression. So, you know, do what you can, watch your Peter Schiff, read your Ray Dalio, listen to your Larry Summers. And Larry Summers is the former U.S. Treasury Secretary. I think he was back in the 90s, and he's one of the people making sense. Granted, whenever he talks, he always tries to make it sound better than it is, but, you know, he's making sense out here. So keep a log of the people who are making sense and try to listen to them when you can. And hopefully their news isn't too depressing for you guys to pay attention to, because they say some good shit. But yeah, I mean, okay, that's it for me. Do your thing, stay healthy. I'm about to play some basketball right here. Definitely stay active, keep your body active. And like, do what you can, guys. This is just what we're, like, I'm not gonna say this is something that's like the world's never seen, because I think the world has seen, like, nothing's new under the sun. But this is something the world hasn't seen in a while, where all major developed nations did the same thing, inflated their currencies at the same time. And then the world's reserve currency also inflated its currency. So I'm learning like you guys. Let's see what happens here. Alright, we're at 90 minutes now. And I think I'm out. Let's get some basketball here. Maybe some soccer later. Alright, peace out, guys. Stay healthy and do your thing out there. Alright, see ya.